all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it, getting these voices inside to stay quiet.
Everything shown in this video is fictional based on my imagination, and it has nothing to do with the real characters in real life. This video is just for entertainment purpose. Yearning was getting ready for her marriage. She was in her white wedding dress. Girls was doing her makeup. She was sitting in front of the mirror. Suddenly, the door of her room opened. Someone entered inside and asked everyone to leave the room except Yearning. Everyone quickly left the room, and Yearning was still sitting in front of the mirror. But as everyone left, Yearning turned to see who the person is. She saw it's Jungkook, the biggest mafia of this world, and her going to be husband. JK, are you ready? Yearning, yeah, while stuttering. Author, JK is known for his cruelty in the mafia world. He never leaves his enemy, and he never shows mercy on his enemy, no matter whoever it is. Whoever, either it's someone from his family or friend. Yearning and Jungkook are going to marry today. Yearning's father is also a mafia, and he also holds a powerful place in this mafia world. And one day, suddenly, Jungkook, the biggest mafia, came to Yearning's house and gave a proposal to her dad for marriage. He had quickly accepted the marriage proposal without knowing his background, as he is the biggest mafia, so why would he check his background? He just agreed to it without second thought. Present time. JK grabbed Yearning's hand and dragged her to the marriage hall harshly. She got shocked. Everyone was seeing that JK brought Yearning lovingly, but it's only Yearning who knows how hard his grip was on his hand. As they reached the hall, he told the priest to do it fast, finish it quickly. I don't have time for this. Yearning's face got fade. Her smile went away when she heard these words from him. Yearning's thought, am I doing this right? Is it okay to marry him? What if he will treat me the same whole life? But maybe he is doing it because he is getting late for anything. I am marrying him because my father told me to do this. He just told me once and I nodded as yes. I can't deny any of his decision because when I do so, he beats me. And then after beating, he orders me to do the same thing. So I just said yes because I don't want his violence anymore. She was in her thoughts when suddenly priest asked, Yearning, do you accept Jeon Jungkook as your loving husband? Yearning, huh? In confusion, priest, do you accept Mr. Jeon Jungkook as your loving husband? She looked up at Jungkook. He raised his one eyebrow and signaled her to say yes quickly. She said, yes, stuttering. Priest, Mr. Jungkook, do you accept Yearning as your loving wife? JK, yes, I do, with a big smirk. Yearning looked at him and his smirk was giving her chills down the spine as something bad is going to happen with her. Everyone clapped. Marriage done. Everyone was chitting-chatting. Then Jungkook again grabbed her hand and dragged her to his father harshly. JK, Dad, to Yearning's dad. Yearning's dad. Oh, my son-in-law. Congratulations. JK, congratulations to you too, sir. meet your daughter last time because you won't be able to see her like this ever again. Your name's Dad. But why? I can see my daughter anytime. Write your name in a laughing yet commanding voice to make her nod. Your name nodded. JK. Who knows in his mind? JK. Yes, sir. Why not? She is your precious daughter after all. While looking at your name. She didn't even give a look for this word because she know what she is to her dad, precious or trash. In front of other, her dad shows that how much he cares about her. But reality is totally different. After a brief conversation, JK, so we are leaving dad. She must be tired while looking at her. Your name's dead. Yes, of course, you both must be tired. You can now enjoy. They hugged each other and JK and your name left. He dragged her to the car and threw her in the car roughly. She got so much shocked by his behavior. Why is he doing this again and again? He quickly closed the door and her wedding gown got torn. She didn't say a single word. He looked at it and ignored as he don't care. Tear formed in her eyes cause her wedding dress got ruined, but she controlled it. The ride was silent. His aura was giving her fear. She kind of feeling afraid of him. His behavior was not also gentle towards her. She thought that maybe her life is like this. She never got love from anyone in her entire life. They reached his mansion. It was so big, bigger than his dad's house. She came outside the car. Jungkook didn't even look at her and went straight inside. She followed him while holding her torn dress. As she came inside, maid, hello ma'am, while bowing down. Your name, hello, bow down. Your name, where is he? Maid, sir has went to his room. Your name, okay, sigh. Your name, my name is your name. You can call me your name. Maid, no ma'am, I will call you ma'am. Your name, no need to. No one treats me like one, so you can call me your name. Well, what's your name? Maid, Mia. You can call me Mia. Your name. Okay, Mia. My dress is torn, so what should I do? Mia, ma'am, change it. I will give you a dress. She gave you a dress and you changed it. After changing, you came to her. She was in the kitchen. Your name. What are you doing? Mia. Preparing milk for you and sir. Your name. Oh. Your name. Tell me something about your sir. How is he? I mean, is he always this rude? Mia. Yes, he is always rude, but not all the time. But yeah, he gets angry very easily and his anger is hard to control. Mia. He breaks things in anger and sometimes he breaks people in anger. Sometimes he becomes too scary and acts like devil. Your name gulped hard in fear. Mia, but don't worry, he is your husband. He will treat you nicely. Your name, nicely. In disappointment. Mia, here, take the milk. While giving her milk, a tray with 2 glasses, she took it and started to walk upstairs to reach his room. As she reached upstairs, she knocked his door. JK, come in. She opened the door while hesitating. The room was so dark, she was not able to see anything clearly. It was also filled with smoke as he is smoking here. Your name. I cannot see anything. JK, who told you to see anything? Come here, commanding voice. She followed his voice and dragged her feet towards his voice. She managed to keep the tray on the table and said, Your milk is here. JK, put it on the table and come here in front of me. She followed his command and she stood in front of him, facing him. He holded her waist and made her sit on his laps harshly. Then he removed his cigarette from his mouth and put it in her mouth and said, Smoke. Yearning quickly get up from him, throwing the cigarette away from her mouth and said, I don't smoke. He got so much angry. He slapped her and said, How dare you to refuse me, huh? Yearning holded her cheek as it was hurting. Tears formed in her eyes. Yearning, I'm sorry, stuttering. JK, good. Now, smirk. Go and get it again. And light it up. Yearning, but I don't know how to do it. JK, then I will teach you how to do it. From today onwards, you will do everything I want you to do. Got it? Commanding. Otherwise, I can bring the hell out of you. She nodded in fear. He just reminded her of her dad. He used to do the same thing with her. She thought that they both are the same. She just thought that she escaped a hell but entered the other one, maybe more scarier than the previous one. So basically, for her, nothing changed. The torture is same, only the person changed. Earlier, it was her dad, now it's her husband. With that thought, she quickly took the cigarette and gave it to him. He lighted it up and showed her how to do it. Then, he gave it to her to do the same. She took it and, as the smoke went inside, she started to cough badly. The cigarette fell from her hand. She was coughing. Jungkook again slapped her hardly, and this time she couldn't control her tears. She started to cry heavily. Yearning asked while crying, Why are you doing this to me? JK, smiling. Baby, why are you crying? I haven't even done anything yet. Bad girl, why are you crying? Now, come to me. Otherwise, smirking. She came near him because she has no other option. He hugged her and kissed her lips. He bited it. She hissed in pain and detached herself from him because he was biting her lips knowingly. Her lip was bleeding from the corner. JK smirked, looking at her bleeding lip. Yawning, please don't do this while crying. JK, baby, I haven't even done anything yet. Now, come fast, let's do it. Yawning, please don't do this, please, you're hurting me, please, while crying. JK, baby, you're making me angry. Now come fast, I'm waiting to taste you. Come fast, otherwise, she quickly came to him. He threw her on the bed. He was moving his hand on her body. She was feeling very uncomfortable, but then his hands touched her bruises on her body. There were a lot of bruises on her body, given by her dad. But he didn't care asking about it, or he pressed them harder. She screamed in so much pain. Some bruises were fresh, but he didn't care, because his only motive was to give her pain and to take revenge from her dad. While thinking this, he pressed her bruises harder. She was in so much pain. Tears were rolling down her eyes continuously. Yawning, please, please don't touch them, it's hurting. Broken crying voice. JK felt pain in her voice. He was about to get up from her, but he remembered his motive. So he said, feel the pain, baby. It's just the starting. You have to face much more than this. While crying, she closed her eyes and bore the pain. Jungkook did his work without showing any mercy. Due to excessive pain in her body and her cleavage area, she was not able to hold it and she fainted. Jungkook didn't even notice that she was fainted and he was doing his work from the same energy. Then, after 4 rounds, he got up from her and went to the bathroom. He cleaned himself up and came to the bed. He was about to lay down beside her, but he noticed that her cleavage area was bleeding, so he quickly called her name. JK, your name, get up, clean yourself. She didn't reply. He again said, your name, get up and clean yourself, otherwise, in angry voice. She didn't even move by his voice. He then shook her body, but she gave no response. He got panicked. Then he shook her more. Then he threw a little bit of water on her face. She moved her head while opening her eyes. As her eyes opened, she saw him in front of her. She got scared by seeing him. She tried to move, but her body was not with her. It was hurting her badly to move her body. She screamed in pain. Ah! Jungkook realized that she just fainted by pain. He felt bad for her. He was about to say something sweet, but he remembered his motive to hurt her more. JK, can't you even bear it without fainting? You are useless. Your name, looking down. His words was so harsh for her. Your name. I'm sorry, she said. JK, now get up and clean this mess right now, angrily. She looked at herself. She was bleeding down there. She felt the heavy pain in her body and legs. It was hard for her to move, but she tried it, and she cleaned the bed and went to the bathroom to clean herself. She was in the bathroom cleaning herself. Jungkook's POV in room. Was I that much hard on her that she bleeded? But it was not new. I do it with the same speed with other girls, but they never bleeded, and none of them either fainted. Then why she fainted and bleeded? Jungkook, something is strange. I want to know. He quickly grabbed his phone and searched in it on Google. Why girls faint and bleed while doing it? Author. Jungkook, you can ask it to me too. I'm here to tell you. JK, Ash, you're still a girl. Author, but I know this. JK, okay, so tell me fast before she came out. Author, okay. Author, okay, so girls bleed while doing it only when it's their first time and she may faint due to pain. Got it? Now bye. JK POV. Oh, so it was her first time. That's why she was bleeding and she fainted because of pain. Oh God, she's so weak. She can't even bear her husband. How will she handle my torture then? He was in his thoughts. Suddenly, bathroom door opened. He saw her petite and weak figure in towel. She came out of the bathroom in towel because she was not having anything to wear. She came slowly towards the bed and asked him to give her something to wear. Seeing her so weak, he got up and gave her a shirt of him. She wore the shirt while removing her towel in front of his eyes. She didn't even hesitate before removing the towel in front of him, because he has already seen and did everything. As your name removed the towel, Jungkook got shocked seeing her body filled with bruises. As the lights were open, it was clearly visible. Red, blue, black marks all over her body. Some were fresh, some were old, some were red, some were blue. He gulped, looking at her body. Yearning wore the shirt and came to the bed to sleep. She was about to lay down. Suddenly Jungkook said, "Your name," in cold voice. She got scared just by listening his voice. Before he could say anything, Yeonim turns toward him, sat on her knees in front of him on the bed, and said, "Please forgive me. It will not happen again. I will try my best to not faint. I'm sorry. Please forgive me this time, please." JK thought he was not going to say this. He was about to ask her that how is she right now. But hearing this from her mouth, he said, "Who cares whether you faint or die? But you better not ruin my pleasure." She felt so bad hearing this, that he don't care whether she dies or live. Tears rolled down her eyes. "JK, now come here and give me the milk." Milk was just beside him, but he didn't took it himself. She asked her to give him, knowing that she was in pain. She got up and gave him the glass of milk. He took it and said, "Drink the other one." "Your name." "No, I don't want to drink this." "JK, I'm not asking you. It's an order. Follow this. Otherwise, you know what I can do to you." Yeonim got scared by his words, so she took the glass and drank it. After finishing, she took the glass from him and put it on the table. Then she went to the bed and he turned the lights off. She was sleeping. He pulled her towards her and slept while hugging her. She didn't say a word, but his hug was also hurting her bruises. She slept with tears in her eyes. It was her first night with him, not less than hell. She thought, if her first night is like this, then how will be her rest of life with him?